Okay, we are back, and by the fact that the quest laws now in a different order, you can tell that I locked out. However, my forestry skill continued to 30. I also started skilling hunting. Skilling continues while you're locked out. It only stops at the milestones. Zero. Not exactly, it doesn't stop at 0. At 30, 60, 90 and for obvious reasons on 100. So since I finished forestry to 30, I unlocked carpentry and I can now saw out boards. I need a saw that I already crafted using the branches and flintstone and fiber, and now I can equip the saw. And I already sawed out one board because I failed recording. Yeah, the default option is chopping, but I can go to saw and saw out boards. Not sure why it stopped now. I see, okay. So this lock has only 10 wood left, but a board needs 20 wood, so I cannot saw out one more board from this lock, which is kind of unfortunate because now I have to chop down another tree, but I put those inside. I throw this lot away. So I have to walk to another tree, and this tree over here will do, I guess. An apple tree. Well, I can explain it now. So, how to not starve in Life is Feudal. You got the hunger bar down here, and once it reaches 0, you start losing consciousness until you fell unconscious and eventually die. There are several ways to gain yourself food. I'll show you how to hunt in a bit for the hunting quest. Will show you how to cook the meat that you get from the hunting quest. But there are also trees where you can get food from. So this is an apple tree. There are hazel trees somewhere. I haven't seen one yet. However, if I would try to gather an apple, there are no apples right now. It only got 3 barks and 6 branches. Why is this? If you press K, you get a calendar, and the calendar tells you what gathering season it is right now. So currently it's seeding season for flux potatoes, for wild flux potatoes and vegetables. It's gathering season for flux, wild flux potatoes and vegetables, and it's for the trees. It's seeding season for aspen, birches, maples, pines and spruces, and it's gathering seasons for mulberry trees, which allows me to gather silk. However, it's not gathering season for apples. The apple season will only come up in... Does it ever? Yeah, okay. So, in 231 hours, it will become the gathering season for hazels. And I guess it will take another 300 hours to... Oh no, there are the apples. So in 361 hours, real life hours this is, it will be gathering season for apples. So it will take, what's up, 15 days, real life days, before I could gather any more apples. So this apple tree is not a food source. There is different ways, there's other ways. You can also inspect the ground and, no, not inspect, you can look for edibles. So I found mushrooms. I can gather those, but you need to cook them, and it's a bit... you can't just cook them. But you can also find these berries. And these berries. And more mushrooms. And also edible tarp roots. And you can eat them. They don't give much nutrition, but it's better than starving to death, I guess. But as I said, this apple tree is not a food source, so I'm going to chop it down and saw it into some boards. Apparently there's already no more wood left. Yes, got only 10. For this carpentry quest I need 4 billets. I don't know if I actually have to bring them 4, or just bring them 1, I don't know. Those quests are some weird, some weird. Okay, so this should be 3, and I can uproot tree stumps now, which will also give me 1 billet. So I have 4, so I can hand into the carpentry guy. Excellent, let's go back to the shack frame. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Apparently I need 1 more board, which is like extraordinarily annoying, because now I have to chop down another tree. Going full Paul Bunyan. Pathetic oak tree. This will take a while. Oak trees are very strong, they don't want to be chopped down. Never mind. Let's just say this could have taken a while, but I got like the not primitive hatchet, and I got forestry on 30, which will reduce the amount of attempts I need to chop down a tree. Okay, some hole in the ground, I see. I can show this to you. If you ever happen to fall into a hole like this, and apparently I'm not stuck in here, but sometimes you might get stuck in holes like this and you can't get out. You can use type /stuck in chat, and this would unstuck you, but well, I'm not stuck, so it doesn't work now. Excellent. Great. We finished the shack quest for the children. Their children. So one very great thing about life as Feudal is that you can enter all buildings. You can go inside, you can fill this building with furniture if you like, you can put a bed in here, you can put crates in here. Not just some kind of cosmetic building where you can like claim as your house and go back here if you wanted to. No, this is like an actual thing that you can enter. Really great. Okay, but now we go back to turn in this quest. But first, let me try to hunt and skin an animal by look for tracks of peaceful animals. This looks like a deer, which is perfect. Okay, this is great. This allows me to show you several things. So first of all, there's this hint. Or hint? I don't know. I thought it was stuck, but it. So you can see it keeps running away from me. It doesn't want to be eaten. I'm going to hunt it with the rocks I picked up. I'm going to equip them now. One of the problems is, if you go too close, it starts running away. And you will have a hard time. But you simply have to throw rocks at them. Which is kind of difficult third person, but there's a key to go first person, and it works this way. And as you see, I hit it with 6 damage. But it keeps running away. And now it's stopped. There are 2 ways to hunt those critters. One is to keep throwing rocks at this very far distance and hope for a hit, which is like not always easy. But this will really take quite a while because they got a lot of hit points and I don't do much damage. And I have an advantage because I skilled in the combat skills. I got cavalry because I'm, for whatever race I am, I don't know. And I got some points in thrower, which makes things I throw more precise. But it's still very difficult. There's a different way how you can try to hunt them, which is running towards them and throwing rocks at them. However, if you do that, if you try that, it doesn't really work as well. I think I'm back in the admin clan. If you try it this way, by running and throwing, which does work, it does work, you need to mind your stamina, because it will slow you down by a lot if you reach 0. However, there's a third way to do it, which is a bit difficult for me to do right now because I got this debuff, which is barefooted, which slows me down. I need shoes. I get household 30. Oops, I got household 30, which allows me to craft simple primitive boots, but I need simple cloth, which is this. I need 20 plant fiber, which I do have. However, I would need a sewing tool, which I don't have, to create simple cloth and those boots. But to craft this, primitive sewing tool, I would need bones, and therefore I need to hunt the rabbit first, or a chicken. It's a bit problematic now because if I look at the ground and look for traces of peaceful animals, I will probably always get traces to this hint, but it's not really helpful. I'm going to go down to this hunter guy now, and I'm going to go over there and maybe I'll find different traces. Nope. Still the deer. Yes, it's done. Give me my reward. Time. What? Okay. Go back to the grave digger. Let's see. Look for peaceful. I don't know why it wouldn't work now. Still the hint. God, I hope I pronounce this correctly. Lucky for me, this game comes with auto walk. Yeah, what is this for? Okay. Where can I find a shovel? That times. Hope for a shovel. Yeah, I found whatever I was supposed to find. Okay. I see, there seems to be some kind of booze. Oh, apparently I have to... I didn't bring the crops, but whatever. Okay. Okay, actually. Apparently it counted. F the bullets. Yeah, well, somewhat of a problem that I can't find anything but this hint. So, to kill this deer that I randomly found, don't go too close because he will run away. It might be helpful to be on a higher ground here. Like this. Okay. And then start throwing rocks and hope for a hit. Like so. However, I was still too close, so it would run away. There is a way to stay out of range and throw rocks, hoping for a hit and killing it this way, but it would take an awful lot of stones. And deer, or in this case the hint, has quite a lot of experience. Hit once, so it really takes a while. I don't do that much. Okay. I don't do much damage, and I see. Apparently I knocked it out. I'm not sure if it's dead. Let's see. It's dead. Eyes closed. To skin it I need I need a knife. So this comes with a minor problem. But first I finished skilling hunting, so I finished hunting 30, this unlocked procuration, and I can now also check snares, set snares and pick up snares. I'm going to skill artisan, I guess. Okay, so killing this deer comes with a problem because first of all, it's difficult, especially if you're new to the game, and it also gave me 65 meat. So I could go to this hunter guy and attendant quest, but this will leave you with some questions, because it only says here, bring the meat to the hunter. However, as I showed you earlier, if you press F10 you can make windows larger, and it tells you bring the meat to the hunter, bring 10 meat. So if you are not as lucky as I am and only find rabbits, you need to kill 10 of them. And this is a bit more difficult. However, since I killed this hint, I can now use the bones to... Nope. What? Interesting. I can use the bones to create a primitive sewing tool. And I can use the primitive sewing tool to create simple cloth. And then I can craft me some boots. Yeah, and there's some wolves apparently. Oh, I can equip those boots over here. So I need some new rocks and this plant fiber, and I don't need branches, but I'm going to pick up the flint. I'll change my mind, give me those. Ah, you can see this is like, again, the border of the admin claim. I'm going to uproot this apple tree now, because it gives me one softwood billet. Take this one as well. So I just dig the ground for 30 rock, which I don't need actually. I don't know. Okay, while I pick up all this stuff, I'm going to show you how to cook. You create a campfire. This leaves you with like a sign. You put the branches inside, you build it. And then you got a campfire. Now you go to add fuel, put the billets inside, light it up. And then you go to prepare. And now I can use the game meat I picked up and branches to create fried meat. There's also fried fish, which is an option on the newbie island because you can fish here. You could also go to the fields and harvest potatoes and water from the sea to get boiled potatoes. You can use salt water for that, it doesn't matter. You can maybe get yourself some eggs as well. You can't get the chicken that easily. You can also get wild crops if they are in season, which they are not. Not for quite a while though. So yeah, but once there's season for wild crops, you can look for wild plants, which I'm not doing now because it doesn't give me anything, and then you can harvest wild wheats. Maybe I find something else now? A chicken. That's good. Let's assume we didn't kill a hint already and can kill a chicken. There it is. Can you see it? Hunting is basically the same. You stay away as far as if you get any closer, it runs away. So you stay as far away as possible, and you throw your rock and totally miss. So you equip more rocks and try again. However, now I got those boots equipped, so I don't have the running penalty, and I might have a chance of chasing it. And no, it doesn't really work. Chasing and throwing. So I guess best is to stop chasing it and just try to hit it. Okay, I apparently did. Try again. And it's gone. And now I can skin it. The wild goose. What's a goose? Yeah, that gives me like 1 meat and 1 bone and 1 feathers. So I could have like crafted the shoes now. But yeah. Hello, good sir. If you plan to stay longer on this island, there is something you really should know, because if you hand in the quest, he asks you for 10, but if you hand in the quest, it takes only 9. Okay. I actually assumed he would take everything I have. Never mind. Okay.